welcome to Deep Rock Galactic. We are elated that you've decided to become a part of our mining team and look forward to you becoming an asset to our operations. Best of luck to you. Wait, that's it? That's all management gave me to work with? Ugh, by Carl's beard, they could at least try. Oh, gosh, am I really about to do this without asking for extra pay? Screw it. Management could care less about us grunts. Might as well make sure the greenbeards know what the heck they're getting into. Alright, from the top. Welcome to Deep Rock Galactic, a cooperative, objective-focused, first-person horde shooter with procedural level generation and class-based combat. In this presentation, I hope to aid the new up-and-coming miners who will be joining us graybeards down in the cave systems of Hoxie's 4 with their introduction into the company. This presentation will walk you through your first steps with the company, review the 4 different classes you can choose from, and discuss helpful tips that new miners are sure to find useful. The first assignment management should send new miners on is a guided introduction with mission control. Here, safe within the shallow grotto, mission control will walk you through a mission scenario. You'll learn about searching and traversing caves for minerals and gold, calling for and depositing minerals in the mule, returning to the drop pod, and becoming familiar with your equipment. Unfortunately, due to budget cuts from management, the only equipment you'll have access to in this tutorial is that of the Gunner class. That is one of the issues this guide is meant to address, but we'll come back to that later. If for whatever reason management is asleep at the wheel and doesn't prompt you to engage in this introduction, simply access your miner's manual through your escape menu and click this button to message mission control, who will proceed with the tutorial as normal. After completing this tutorial, or any time you complete a mission, you'll return to the Space Rig, our base of operations for mining missions. There's a lot to explore and discover on the Space Rig, but for the purposes of this presentation, I'll only be going over the terminals you'll be utilizing almost every time you return to the rig. First and foremost, upon waking up in your personal cabin, the terminal on your right is the Miner's Manual. This manual includes information about creatures you've encountered, the biomes you've explored, the missions you've been sent out on, and other useful information. If you ever need to research something, this is where you should go to read it. It can also be accessed through your menu at any time, so you'll never be without it. To the left of your quarters will be the Perk Terminal. Here, you can observe what goals you need to complete to earn perk points, which can be spent in the perk tree to unlock passive and active perks. You can also view various information about your career as a miner by clicking on this tab, or by simply viewing the terminal without interacting with it. The final terminal in your cabin is the Class Selection Terminal. As the name implies, its job is to allow you to read a quick summary of each class and select what class you'd like to use on your next mission. Most of the other terminals we'll be discussing also allow you to switch classes, so don't feel forced to walk back to your cabin to switch specializations. Upon leaving your personal cabin, directly in front of you is the Mission Terminal. This terminal is used to select the mission you and your team will embark on upon entering the drop pod. It's divided up by the biomes you'll be entering into each time you dive into a mission. The terminal next to the Mission Terminal is the Assignment Terminal. This is where you can select assignments that give you certain missions to play as you work towards unlocking gear. Always be sure to check back here frequently as you continue your career, as lots of assignments will become available as you become a higher level. Turning back towards your personal cabin, you'll find 2 wardrobes. Here, you can equip different cosmetics. Cosmetics can either be found during random encounters down in the caves, unlocked as rewards for completing assignments, or bought from the cosmetic shop. The cosmetic shop is located just past the Mission Terminal. Right next to the shop is the Mineral Trading Terminal. While down on Hoxie's, you'll come across various biome-specific minerals that are used as crafting materials for upgrades, weapons, and cosmetics. If you're ever in need of a little bit more of a certain type of mineral, or need a few more credits, this terminal is where you can buy and sell the various minerals. Just be aware, It's always cheaper to find the minerals and gold yourself. The trading market for minerals have always been oversaturated, so trades aren't usually worth it unless you need just a small handful of credits or a few more units of Bismore. Turning to the area up behind the mission terminal, you can find the equipment terminal. This is where you change your loadout and upgrade your gear. Each class's loadout consists of a primary and secondary weapon, a class-specific tool and gadget, a throwable weapon, rechargeable flares, and your trusty pickaxe. You can earn new gear through assignments in the assignment terminal. Everything apart from your flares and throwable can be upgraded in this terminal. This is also where you equip any new weaponry or perks you unlock. To the left of the equipment terminal is the pickaxe terminal, where you can change the cosmetic look of your pickaxe. To the right of the equipment terminal is the Bosco upgrade terminal. Bosco is a handy robotic assistant that will join you on solo missions, and this terminal is used to change his abilities. The last terminal you'll be using is the Performance Pass terminal, located right next to the drop pod and right across from the cosmetic shop and mineral trading terminal. This terminal corresponds to the current season and its Performance Pass. As you complete missions and fulfill season-specific goals, you'll unlock cosmetic items, minerals, and a type of currency called scrip. Scripts can be used in the terminal to further unlock more items. If you fail to complete a performance pass before the season ends, don't worry. The remaining loot will be distributed to other places to be unlocked, including the cosmetic shop, assignment terminal, and random encounter rewards. Everything is free, and nothing goes away when a season comes to an end. Now that you've become familiar with the terminals you'll be using, let's move on to classes. There are 4 class specializations you can choose from before embarking on a mission, and each serves a specific role to a mining team. We'll start off with the Gunner, since this is the class that you got to use during the tutorial. The Gunner class is a frontline fighter who can easily cleave their way through hordes of bugs both large and small with their Lead Storm powered minigun and Bulldog heavy revolver. If a team starts to get overrun, the Gunner also has access to a pocket-sized shield generator, which prevents the nasty critters of Hoxies from getting past its protective dome while still allowing suppressive fire to pass through, granting a team much-needed breathing room to lessen a swarm or revive a fallen miner. If suppressive fire won't cut it, the Gunner can simply stick a bug with their sticky grenade, most of the time resulting in the bug panicking and running towards its brood before the grenade's detonation. While they're not propelling hot lead downrange or protecting their team, they excel at team transportation over chasms and up to higher ground with their zipline launcher. While zipline traversal is slow going and the bugs love a snack on a string, it is cost effective for the distance it can cover and allows for easy transportation of heavier minerals and equipment. Next up is the Scout class, a highly mobile dwarf that can significantly cut down on a mission's duration through the use of their grappling hook. This piece of equipment allows the Scout to zip around a cave faster than any other dwarf, allowing for quick transportation of lighter minerals and a speedy arrival to out-of-reach points of interest. The Scout is also armed with a flare gun that can quickly light up an entire cavern with the more powerful flares it shoots out. This unmatched visibility allows for a mining team to locate objectives, threats, and obstacles quickly and deal with them just as such. When combat ensues, Scouts excel at weaving in and out of swarms with a quick deployment of their grapple, keeping them at range and giving them the space they need to effectively use their deep-core GK2 assault rifle to shoot down smaller enemies or focus weak points on bigger foes. As the onslaught continues, the Scout can buy time for themselves and their team with a quick deployment of their inhibitor field generator. The IFG slows down any bugs within its range with constant electric shocks and softens them up for increased damage. If a hostile does get close, the Scout can quickly dispatch them with a blast from their jury-rigged boomstick. Our next class to discuss is the Engineer. The Engineer class excels at keeping caves clean, both in terms of terrain, with their Plascrete platform gun, and in terms of bug population, with their LMG sentry gun. The platform gun is an ingenious creation that propels globs of a quick hardening substance called Plascrete. This substance, upon contact with any surface, will expand and harden into a yellow platform that anyone can walk across. The utilizations of this tool are near endless, but the most common use of these platforms is in tandem with the Scout class. An Engineer can quickly shoot a platform beneath a vein of minerals and give a Scout a landing zone to grapple up to, allowing for quick, easy, and safe mining while up near a cave's ceiling. The sentry gun the engineer brings along is a great asset to any mining team. Once the turret is placed and built, it will automatically lock onto and begin firing upon any hostile creature within its range. This can be essential for keeping a flank route protected, or simply having more bullets to fend off a swarm. Something else the engineer brings to keep the bugs busy is the Laser Utility Refraction Emitter, or LURE for short. These throwable devices will project a hologram of a dwarf that can pull the attention of enemies away from the team for a small amount of time, either until its battery dies or the bugs destroy the emitter, which causes a small electric discharge that damages and shocks any critter close enough. When all else fails, though, the engineer is no slouch in head-on combat. Armed with the Warthog Auto 210 semi-automatic shotgun and Deepcore 40mm PGL, an engineer can blow dozens of bugs to bits with a single grenade and quickly mop up the rest with a few rounds of buckshot. The final available specialization is the Driller class. As the name suggests, the Driller is the best at chewing through rock and stone with their reinforced power drills. The only limit to the utility of these drills is that of the imagination of the user. Drills aren't their only form of terrain destruction, though. Their satchel charges are a high-powered explosive that blows through cave walls and bugs all the same. When dealing with the bugs on Hoxies, the Driller turns up the heat with their crisper flamethrower, quickly turning any beasties into ash with enough sustained fire. For hostiles outside of the flamethrower's short range, the Sabata 120 pistol is the way to go. If these two pieces of weaponry aren't fast enough, the Driller can always chuck an impact axe at any problematic baddie to quickly cleave them in two, then retrieve any that missed their mark to ensure they always have a backup plan, regardless of what class you choose. Remember, if you ever get lost in the caves or need to know which direction to go, pull out your terrain scanner and have a look around. Furthermore, be sure to also use your ping tool to communicate points of interest or hostile threats. Or just use it to annoy mission control.
Yes, you're rich. Kindly get a move on. I got management breathing down my neck here.
To finish out this introduction, I'd like to discuss dwarven etiquette that graybeards know to follow. Only ever take one resupply per pod unless you ask for seconds. Always ask the team if they are ready before activating heavy machinery. Always slap the dice for good luck. Never forget to use the drop pod's cup holders. If someone tames a bug with the Beastmaster perk, always pet Steve. Always pet the breather plants. Always pet the loot bugs. Before killing them. Always pet Doretta. Always bring Doretta home with you.
Doretta has seen better days.
Thank you for your good work. Drop pod will leave with or without you.
Always ping compressed gold before depositing. Always ping the funny mushroom. Never order a Leaf Lover special. Never leave a dwarf behind. Always C4 the scout. And the most important thing for new miners to remember, always rock and stone.
Rock on! That's it, lad! Rock on! Come on, guys! Rock and stone!
Rock and stone, brother! Rock me like a stone! Rock and stone forever!
Congratulations, Greenbeard! This concludes the basic training introduction for new miners. If you have more questions as you progress through your new career path, never be afraid to ask a Graybeard for help or advice. These were just the basics, and there will be plenty more for you to discover, unlock, and explore. From everyone here at Deep Rock Galactic, welcome to the company. I'm sure you'll make a wonderful addition to our operations. Now get out there, kill some bugs, mine some gold, and make Carl proud. Rock and stone, miner.